This is a sample sequence of courses for students who are undeclared and unsure about their major at this time, and who are thinking about keeping their options open and looking at applying potentially to both UC campuses as well as the Cal State universities. So in this example, I'm going to focus primarily on the IGETC general education pattern of courses, and so that would be listed here of these IGETC course listing, and that's also explained previously in the IGETC GE flyer. So in this example, I have a student starting off with Math 55 and English 104 plus 100Z. Of course, depending upon your own assessment and where you placed, you might actually need to add or subtract a semester to your actual courses, sequence of courses. So here, I have the student also taking one social science general education course, one arts GE course. Again, it's referring to the IGETC flyer. Even though the student will be enrolled in a total of 15 units, in actuality only 6 units are transferable at this time because the Math 55 and English 104 are not transferable. The following semester, taking one math course that's college level, acceptable for both UCs and Cal State universities. English 1A, a humanities general education course, and a bioscience lecture with no lab for a minimum of, let's say, 12 units. Most students, for the math requirement, if they're unsure about what they want to major in, they might just take, for example, Math 42, Introduction to Statistics, formerly known as Math 42A, just because it's very versatile, it's very useful for a lot of different majors. But if math is not your forte, then you might want to just take, for example, college algebra, which is Math 45. The following semester, you could sign up for a physical science lecture with the lab because you did not take the lab here for the bioscience. However, if you decide, no, you want to take the bioscience lecture here with the lab, then the following semester you would only take the physical science lecture only. So, only one lab class is required. I also want to make mention of these carets that I've placed in front of the general education courses. What that means is that they're interchangeable, meaning you can take them at any given semester, depending upon availability, depending upon class conflicts. What's can you actually sign up for? Okay, the next class you would sign up for is English 4 or 7, Arts or Humanities GE course. The American Institutions requirement is a CSU social science requirement, but it will also satisfy the UC social science course requirement as well. So I put it in here, History 7 or 8, for a total of 13 units. The following spring semester, you would take the other history class you did not take over here. Then you would sign up for history speech 1 for the Cal State universities only, because that's a core requirement for admissions for the Cal State schools. The language other than English is a UC requirement if needed, meaning if you did not fulfill this requirement in high school, then obviously you would need to take one semester of a foreign language for 5 units. If not, then you would just add in here just any UC elective courses. So for a total of 14 units. So when you add up all these units for each of these semesters, they only add up to 45 of your total 60 units that are required to transfer. So because you still need 15 more additional units, plus depending upon at this time or even earlier, if you've decided on a particular direction or a major, then we would want to list your major courses here that would fulfill not only your units but also your major core requirements. And to view the major requirements for a specific major, you would want to go to www.assist.org. So in the first 2 years, you could focus on all your general education classes, and then perhaps in your sophomore year, as you are looking at taking some major courses, you could start adding them into your schedule. Again, if you have any questions, please come in and speak to a counselor in the counseling office.